Welcome on back to the 100% walkthrough of Sekiro. In the last episode, if you didn't catch it, we completed the first main story boss, Juzou the Demon, and picked up a quest from the Tengu of Ashina to kill some rats. So we're going to continue on with our journey. If you didn't, make sure that you rest here afterwards. When you kill the boss, make sure you also use the memory to increase your attack power. We should have at this point 1 prayer bead. We're very close to another skill point, which we'll get in just a moment. And I'll show you the best early game farming spot for experience points right after the boss here. So we're going to come up here, run to the right, circle around, get this guy. Now, we'll scope out the area. There's 2 guys there. There's an item on the cliff over on that side, which we'll get. There's an item down there. There's this little path here, which if you wanted to bypass this, just a small section here, you could kind of do that. But we don't want to do that. We have some things to get, right? It's a 100% walkthrough for a reason. Now, for this next part, make sure that you have your loaded axe on. Let's do this. I'm going to put my loaded axe here because I don't need fire. And don't want those on. Excuse me. So we are going to sneak up here. You can't really see them just yet. But there's these guys. These are the rats that he's talking about. So right there, we got 82 experience points and our skill point and Goshen sugar. All right, let's eavesdrop.
Ishi's illness is indeed grave.
The land of Ashina will not last much longer, even with Genichiro on our side. What about our other mission?
Black Hat is fighting like a demon by the Serpent Valley side of the castle.
Then that's where we're going next. But keep your wits about you. The Black Hat Badger won't go down without a fight.
So that's the first time we hear about the Black Hat Badger. We're going to meet him a little bit later on the other side of the castle. But make sure you have your axe ready to go. We're going to sneak up on this guy and then almost immediately try to use the axe on this other guy. Reason why you want the axe is because of their hats. They act like wooden shields. You got to be kind of quick with this. Make sure you hit them with the axe, break their posture, and there you go. Those guys are dead. If you don't have the axe, these guys are extremely challenging, and if you're still struggling with basic mechanics of the game, most likely you're going to struggle with those guys. So we're going to rest. Now, that loop that we just did is the first farming spot in the game, and as you could see on the my skill points there up top, we got our skill point from that first guy that we killed, but we're almost halfway through to the next skill point already. That's how much experience that these guys give early on, which is fantastic. So we're going to come up here and talk to the Tengu.
Yes.
I knew you had a talent.
Wonderful.
Ashina esoteric text. So text reads like a history of Ishin Ashina's battles, when young Ishin fought desperately time and time again, polishing his technique in the blood of his enemies. He considered his learnings under the Ashina style, or consolidated his learnings under the Ashina style name for the sake of his clan's dominance.
The ways of the Ashina blade. It's our school of fighting. But there are no hard and fast rules. You just win your battles. That alone is the most important rule of the Ashina style. I hope it can be of assistance with your rat hunting. And most of all, your own battles you've yet to fight. About the way, it's our school of you just win your... I hope it can be of...
All right, so that is why we saved our skill points. If you didn't save them, that's okay. But this Ashina text is, or skill tree is probably, in my opinion, the best in the game. So let's take a look at those. So we have the prosthetic and then Ashina. So Ichimonji is going to be used throughout the playthrough. I highly suggest getting that right off the bat. Now, these are the two that we want before we get to the next main story boss, which isn't that far, far away. I mean, we have two there, one here. These are latent skills. So the descending carp and ascending carp. So the first one we could get is descending carp. This skill that activates for a few seconds after deflection, increasing damage to an enemy's posture from all sources. So after deflect and you strike or whatever the case may be, you'll damage their posture even further. Ascending is increases the damage inflicted to posture upon performing a successful deflection. So when you just deflect, you'll do more posture damage. So these are two very important skills to have going into the next main boss battle. So if you did get one of these beforehand and you don't have enough skill points, this is the time when, unfortunately, you may need to farm a little bit. It's very important that we stay ahead of our skill points, so our skill tree. So Ichimonji. This is a little bit slow, but just to show you here, this attack, even though it is slow to wind up and hit, once it hits, it does pretty good damage, but it does a lot of posture damage. And even more so, what this does is, say my posture gauge is almost full. Like, I'm taking a lot of deflections and blocks, and I'm taking posture damage. And I use this. It depletes my posture bar. It kind of recovers it. I don't know if it transfers... Let's see. I don't know if it transfers the posture over, but deals high posture damage and also recovers one own posture with a strong forward step. So it doesn't... I don't think it transfers it over, but it definitely recovers your posture. So very good to have. Unfortunately, we don't need this for the next portion of the game. So we're going to come back through, and we're going to quickly do this farming spot just to show you. So we're going to get that, run up here, over this side, making sure we have those axes. So that's 82. This guy gives 90. And this guy gives 90. So look at that. Just one run and I almost have my second skill point. And you could do this for a little while. Let's see. Let's get the carp, descending carp. And since we're close to another skill point, I'm going to do that run one more time. Just so I can lock that in. Oh, I got a rest, dummy. Before we move on to the next portion of the game. Now, usually I don't like showing these farming spots, or not farming spots. I don't like showing me farm on a walkthrough. But just for this particular purpose, I think it's applicable. And speaking about farming spots, I do have a video on the channel. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. All the best farming spots in the game. There's one spot even earlier than this that you could take, or you could do, to get some early EXP before you even... Oh. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta really get this guy because they become a real pain in the ass. So, and you can see we're getting a lot of good material from them, and we're not even using popping the balloons, the farming balloons. All right, so we got one skill point, and we'll continue on because eventually we will get that other skill point that we need with a latent skill. And we're pretty far away from getting to the next boss, next main story boss. So we're not going to kill those guys. We're going to let the rats go for now. We're going to come up over here and deal with a couple dogs. Just use your shuriken, don't run over. And then jump down to those guys. So we're going to run up here, get him. The other guy, for some reason, doesn't even trigger, even though just down the steps we killed his buddy. There was no other item over there. We're going to sneak up on this side. Now, very quickly, we're going to come up over here and stand right here against the wall. We're going to wait for this gunman to come through. Doesn't even notice us. And backstab him. Okay, so we'll get that item I said that's over on this cliff side in just a little bit. We're going to make our way up over there in a moment, but first we got to clear this area, which could be very challenging. So there's these big guys, and a couple of the little samurai guys here. So we're going to get this guy first. It should not trigger anybody else. But now we're going to come out this way. Come up here and around to the left and up the back way. Climb up here. We'll get this item. Now you could, I'll just show you here. You could essentially skip this area with these couple guys just to get to this gate here. But there's a couple things we want to get down there. So there's one of the big dudes. But before we take them out, we're going to come up over here, grab a spirit emblem, and a little tricky jump, but we're going to run, jump over, grab this. Now there's a bunch of lizards here. Kill them, don't kill them, up to you. Not really worth anything. We'll get some upgrade materials. And then I'm going to come back this way and up and over. Now this could be a little tricky, especially with how you jump. You just want a light jump over top. We're going to drop down. I tried doing a drop onto this guy for a backstab, but it didn't really work. So we're going to do this, come up here, get him. Quickly target the other fat boy, get him. Now we just have to deal with this one samurai. And just like that, I know I may have made that look easy, but, you know, sometimes it could be. But if you're struggling, if you jump down and this guy started attacking, you could try fighting them all. But the two big guys are very tough. They're going to take a lot of hits. They don't take much posture damage. But you could simply run away until they de-aggro and try that whole thing again. But if you successfully completed it, we're going to work our way up here. Get some items. And again, if you find yourself dying quite a bit in this game, and you're getting that dragon rot, I would wait a little bit. You know, if a couple people get it, then maybe start looking at using the dragon blood droplet. But again, you only get a couple of those. You come down here, get this, and now we're going to come back over here, and now we're back kind of to the beginning. Very good. So this area is secured. But like what I was saying is, if you get a couple NPCs that are inflicted with dragon rot, then I would definitely use it, because this next boss, or mini boss, is a handful. There isn't much we're going to be using on him. Just to explain this, you may want to put on the red GOURD and also dowsing powder, just in case. Just because he does a lot of fire damage. Let's eavesdrop here.
Use that thing? In the battle. I know. But what choice do we have? Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're in no position to worry about what others might think. Yes, but... Hey, keep it together, soldier. Keep talking like that, and they'll put you on its detail. And when it's mad, it doesn't discriminate between friend or foe.
Okay, so this boss, he is quite challenging, even for me. Now, there's two methods you could use to really take this guy down. First and foremost, you could try deflecting his bull charge. This is the flaming bull. So it's this big, huge bull with his horns, or not his horns, but this thing that's strapped to his head that's on fire. But yeah, so you could deflect, but you'll take some chip damage and some fire damage. Now, that's probably the fastest way to break through its posture. However, I don't even want to say easier, but a better way is just staying on this thing's ass. Like, you chase it. It's going to try to chase you around. Don't you back away. You need to chase the hell out of this thing. Now, keep your firecrackers on. We're going to use these sparingly. You can't just go in there spamming them. It just doesn't work well. But you'll see in just a moment. Take this guy out. Now, if you're thinking, hey, well, we have all these guys there. We have these two big guys. Maybe I could aggro those guys, bring them in here, and they'll do some damage to them. The answer is no. They don't pay attention to him at all. They just come at you, and the bull will damage them. But now you have an arena, a small arena, with two big guys, maybe a couple of these little guys trying to all kill you. And it's just not good. It's not like Souls where you can bring in a summons and somebody could help you. Alright, so we're going to come up here. And remember, our goal for this is to chase. Chase the bull. Stand right here. The bull will come out. And now we start chasing. A couple little hits here and there. If you get hit, don't worry about it. Just stay behind him. And what you're looking for is that turn, right? So he'll do this hard turn, do a hit. Now he'll take some damage to the face, which is okay. That's where he takes the most damage. If you get caught in a corner, just keep on slashing. Don't overdo it. Keep on chasing. Don't worry about heals just yet. Keep on chasing him. Stay to the side that he's not turning on. If he gets staggered, that's when I say you could use these. Now, I'd say spend some time to heal. There's a deflect, but you can see all the fire damage I'm already taking. One hit. As you can see, the corners are probably the most deadly for you. His health is almost down. Now, when he gets close to dying, right, he will rear up just like this and go stampeding around. Now, we're unlucky that usually what happens there is that he'll hit a wall and knock himself out. Now he's done. His posture's down. And there we go. Get our second prayer bead and our second shinobi medicine. And we got our second skill point. A lot of good stuff there. So right after that, these guys come walking in. Use your Makiri counter. Kill this guy. And take those guys out. Now again, if you died, keep on going, right? Obviously you can't give up. This is another one of those walls for some new players. This boss may just be a little bit too challenging. And it's not like you could go somewhere else, level up to get stronger. There really isn't many of the skills that are going to really help you. And if you notice, I didn't even use any skills, right? You could use Whirlwind Slash, but as you can see, he runs so quick, you just got to stay on him and only do a slash or two at a time. Don't overdo it because he turns his head, catches you in fire, and obviously he caught me a couple times. I'm down, I had to use 2 healing gourds, and just needed to use a few of the firecrackers. Okay, so let's continue on. We're going to get this idol and talk to her in just a little bit. Might as well use the skill point that we want here. Now these other skills are fantastic. So here's another one, Breath of Nature Light. Now this is upon successful death blow, you recover posture. Flowing Water is another latent skill. Reduces the amount of damage to posture when attacked by an enemy with a sword. So if you're fighting enemies that have swords, your posture takes less damage. And then lastly, Ichimonji Double. So now you can do 2 of those attacks. So all of these are fantastic. And this is what we're going to kind of go for a little bit later on. There is, I can't remember which skill it is. It's either this one. I think it's this one. This one we want to technically go for next, because so we got to get through Shinobi Karma. We're going to come up here and get this skill. This skill requires 5 points, so it's going to be a little bit of not farming, but it's going to be a little bit before we start spending some more skill points. And what that skill does is every time we conduct a death blow on an enemy, we recover health. So just imagine how even these basic guys, we do like 2 hits to them, they die, and we get some health back. So it really will help us save some heals. Now let's talk to this lady.
Thank heavens.
For what do you pray?
Oh, you there. Have you heard of the Senpo Temple? The Senpo Temple on Mount Kongo. A very special holy person lives in that place. Go on. Join me in prayer. Thank heavens. Thank heavens.
So she talks about a holy person in Senpo Temple. I don't recall if we've heard about Senpo Temple just yet, but this may be the first time we're hearing about Senpo Temple. We're going to be hearing about that a lot coming up. What she's talking about praying are actually these balloons. So if you read the balloons, it kind of tells you a little bit about that. So let's say the Balloon of Wealth. If one pops the golden Mibu balloon and prays, those its water splashes upon will acquire more coin. So there we go. Talks about the prayer. We're going to use this in front of her. She gets excited and gives you an Ungo sugar. Now we only have 2 of these balloons just yet. We're going to use them. It's not a big deal. They are in abundance in the game. So, and then she gives you an Akko sugar. Now there's a couple more balloons that we have yet to get. We're gonna, when we come back here in passing, we'll use those to get other items from her. All right, so next we're gonna come up to the castle doors.
Lord Kuro, It is time, Lady Emma. Yes, I know. Master Genichiro is waiting, is he not? I will return to the top of Ashina Castle. Wolf, that reed whistle we used before. This time, I will use it to call on you.
So, that's what I said before. If you watch the first episode or first part of this walkthrough, I talked about just remembering that reed whistle sound. We're going to hear it again. Now he's going to be using that whistle to summon us. That's going to be in a little bit later on. Now, this is where the game kind of opens up a little bit more. Pretty much it's been quite linear. So we're going to check out some of these side paths first, and then we're going to continue on to Hirata Estates, actually. So there's a general up there. We're not going to fight him yet. We could go to the left here, and we could go to the left here. So first we're going to go to this side. We're going to come up and open up this back section. Get a couple items. See, we just got that one of the Mibu balloons that we used earlier. I don't think there was an item down there. And we're going to drop down here. We're going to open up this back section. No items there. Okay. And we're going to get this idol. Now this should look familiar. This is the very start of the game where we had that tutorial. This is the reservoir. So let's eavesdrop.
Heard reports of the shinobi somewhere around here. I heard you say. Lately it feels like an everyday occurrence. I know. Goes to show just how soon the battle will be upon us. Even more the reason to take these reports seriously.
Okay. Talks a little bit about that, and there's a lot to do over here. In fact, there's an NPC over here we're going to talk to, but before we even talk to him, we got to go a different route. There's a lot of dudes here. There's a prosthetic tool. We don't have the item yet to unlock that. There's a mini-boss up there at the tower. There's another mini-boss over here. So we're going to come back here after we finish Hirata Estates. But just keep in mind that there's 2 prayer beads over on that side. We are currently... How many prayer beads do we have? We have 2. So right there, 2 more prayer beads will get us to the next prayer necklace. However, they're going to be extremely challenging, and we're going to want some of those skills that we're saving up for. All right, so we're going to come up over here and across. Coin purse. Hopefully you've been getting those coin purses, saving your sen. If you're dying a lot, you're going to need them. Let's try to trigger that again. Where's we need the eavesdrop. There we go.
I heard you were the one that put the armor on that big bugger from Taro Troop.
Yeah, he was making a stink about it. It was a damned awful job.
But it looks like it paid off, didn't it? He already had a huge frame and massive strength, and you just made him near impervious to blades.
That is true, but he doesn't like that armor. And he sure didn't like me putting it on him. When a fight happens, it might come off easier than you think.
So now they're talking about the Taro Troop. Those guys are the big dudes with the hammers and stuff that we fought. A couple of them so far. They put armor on them and made them a little bit harder. So we're gonna come up here and kill this guy first. Now this guy always seems to get stuck. All right, so we got the gatehouse key. Alright, the key to a samurai gatehouse located in the Ashina Reservoir, not far from the well the wolf was kept in, so that's at the beginning of the game. Here, Gyobu the demon's broken horn is respectfully guarded by Ashina samurai. The broken horn is the spear blade once wielded by Gyobu. It's said that no prey can escape Gyobu's horn. It pulls enemies in and is even capable of stripping an enemy's armor. So isn't that convenient that we just heard about the armor? Oh, he got unstuck. Yeah, usually he gets stuck there. It's weird. And we have the gatehouse key. So the gatehouse key is, you could kind of, I can't really see it, maybe from this angle. I'll show you. We're not going to go there yet. So this is that back entrance. This is the reservoir. That's where, right there, that little house that we snuck under in the very beginning of the game. That's where the Gyobu's horn is. That's the next prosthetic tool. There are some items down there we're going to get a little bit later on. But first, we're going to come up over here, put on our shuriken, stay to the right. There's the big dude from Taru Troop that they're talking about, but he has a lot of dogs. Get this guy first. The dogs will start running over there. You could get those guys pretty easy, and then come back here and reset him. So he'll go back to where he was, and then we're going to stealth down and do a stealth kill on him. Since we don't have Gyobu's horn just yet, we can't take his armor off. To make him a little bit easier, we are going to work on stealth mode. Now, sometimes you may want to use a sugar there just in case, but I find that you don't really need to. See, there's the armor. And we take that off him later on. Okay, make sure you have quite a bit of sen, because now we have a merchant. We'll rest here.
Care to
Another one.
where you find the departed? Go ahead.
So here he sells quite a bit of good stuff. Dragon Blood Droplet if you need another one. We should have plenty of pellets. I'm not really using those. I have 32 in storage, so it's not a big deal. 2 more balloons, coin purses, the mask that I talked about that we're not going to get until New Game Plus. And then the item that we want is a prayer bead. So he sells it for 1,400. We have 600 on us, and we should have enough. So let's just sell some of these. So we have 1 of these and 10 of these. So we should definitely have enough. Get the prayer bead. Okay.
Where you find the departed, wherever your travel.
And we are good. Let's just rest again. Yep, we have 3 prayer beads. We just need 1 more. But we're going to continue on here into the abandoned dungeon. Okay, now for this part, you're going to want the flame vent on. We're going to sneak on over here. Now, you could kill these guys or not. It really doesn't matter much. But you want fire, because they're considered like undead, I guess. Kind of like zombies. And if you just kill them without fire, then they just get up again. Now, they only have 2 lives, but you get the point. This guy here, fire. There's these crickets all over the place that just get annoying. they don't do a ton of damage, but they're just annoying for lock-on purposes. And then we get the Rotten Prisoner's Note. Supposedly the fragrant stone is enshrined in a village in the Ashina Depths, but how to interpret throw oneself. This is as far as that old Akami tome could take me, but did they truly reach the Fountainhead Palace? I'd like to know, but it seems I never will. Kataru, forgive me. So there's quite a bit here in this this note. So it's talking about a fragrant stone in a village in Ashina Depths. So we haven't heard much about any of that just yet. Next part, throw oneself. Haven't heard anything about that yet, but this is all very important stuff. The Akami Tome, the first time that we heard the word Akami, and Fountainhead Palace, they are combined into something later on, we'll see. And then lastly, Kataru. We didn't meet him yet, but whoever this prisoner was wrote this note to Kataru. Alright, and then we're just gonna get out of here because I thought that was an item. See, this is what I mean. They don't do damage, like a ton of damage. They're just more annoying. We'll get those items in a little bit. Come up here and get this item. Pacifying agent. Pacifying agents are very important for certain bosses, like the Headless.
What are you doing here? Of all places. Are you perhaps a shinobi?
That's right.
I thought as much. I am Dojun. I've been tasked with the preparation of a medical treatment using the rejuvenating waters. I'll get to the point, my dear shinobi. This is a letter I received from the master. The particulars are contained within.
Hey, we got the surgeon's letter. So a worn and bloodstained letter from Dasaku, the surgeon in the abandoned dungeon. Required: one tough man, preferably a strong samurai or a young, large soldier, such as a member of the Taru troop. Must be delivered unharmed. Dasaku. So this guy is a surgeon using the rejuvenating waters. Now, we haven't heard anything about rejuvenating waters, I don't believe, but just to catch you guys up, rejuvenating waters was designed is like a scientific method for the dragon's heritage. So Koru just, he doesn't die. I have Koru, or I have the ability to resurrect. They're trying a way to resurrect and not die too, called rejuvenating waters, which has weird properties, we'll say. But he's asking for us...
The details considered...
Okay, nothing else there. He's asking us to bring him probably like test subjects, right? Nice. 2 for 1. Red lump. Consume to gain red eyes and reduce flinching from enemy attacks, but also prohibits the use of resurrection. It's pretty good. The red lump you could use for some boss fights, but without resurrection, I don't find that item particularly useful. And we'll rest here. And since we're here, we will grab this item. Come back up. Don't worry about swimming just yet. We're going to go that route in just a little bit. We're going to sneak on under here. Get a couple more items. Finally got some oil. This will help us with enemies that are extremely weak to fire. Let's kill this guy first, and I'll describe the bite down that we just got. Okay, so we got an item there I kind of ran past called bite down. Where are you? So what this does basically is it creates or makes you die. Like you use it, it's an item that'll just kill you, but it doesn't take a resurrection power. So you could essentially die, I think, like 3 or 4 times using the bite down before you can't resurrect anymore, which could be useful if you're in a boss fight and you might have like 1 or 2 heals left, or maybe no heals, and you're like, ah, shit, I know I could beat this guy or beat this boss. You could use a bite down, kill yourself, resurrect without using one of the resurrecting powers, and you'll get some of your health back, and you could fight again. If you're going to die again by the boss, then you hit the bite down and keep on coming back until you win, kind of thing. All right, Crumbling Offering Tower. Here lie the vassals of the Ashina clan, executed after the Great Rebellion. May their spirits rest. So, as we come through here, we're going to get an item, but we have a mini-boss. We are not going to touch this mini-boss just yet. As you can see, he's more of like a magician. A lot of weird shit going on there. Purple fire. He's an apparition. And he is our first Shushiman warrior, they're called. That's all that purple is terror. If you get terror status, you automatically die. We don't have enough items to really deal anything, kill that guy just yet, so we're going to come back up. Come around. And we are going to warp back. Alright, and before we head to the Hirata Estates, we are going to go back to the castle. Yep, right here. There's an NPC out to the right that we want to get. Okay. So we could go one of two ways. We could go up through there, and we could skip over top of the mini boss and get to him, because he's kind of like in this corner back there. I'm kind of showing you Sekiro's ass a little bit, but that's one method. Another one is coming this way, but then we're gonna have quite a bit of guys to fight through, right? So we have some guys over there, a bunch of guys walking up there. So pick your poison. You could even take on this boss right now, but for now, I'm going to suggest we're going to bypass him. We're going to come up on the right-hand side. We're going to listen to his speech, because it triggers as we get closer.
This coming battle will determine the fate of all Ashina. We go now to risk our lives for Lord Ishin and the peoples of Ashina. We are Ashina! We are unbreakable! Yeah! For Ashina!
Okay, for Ashina. So instead of going down there and dealing with those guys just yet, we're going to drop down here and make sure there's our NPC. We fall in here. And we're going to talk to this dude.
You're not one of the samurai of this castle, are you, friend? You look like a shinobi. And a skilled one at that.
That's right.
In that case, say you take care of some of the samurai around here. Some unfortunate things happened, and now they're after me day and night. I'm at the end of my rope here. I tell you, these Ashina samurai got a stick so far up that... well, you'd think they'd have bigger things to worry about than chasing after me, anyway.
Alright, so he wants us to kill some dudes. Of course, the job of a shinobi. Never done. Alright, so we're going to wait a little bit. There's 2 guys there with a dog. There's 2 guys here, Spear Bro, There's another guy there. Yep, and then a third. So there are a lot of guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys and a dog that we have to contend with, which really isn't ideal. So this is going to get pretty nasty. So that's why I suggest using the firecrackers when needed. We're going to wait till those guys drop down a little bit. And then I suggest that we take this guy out first. He's kind of taking a piss, or whatever he's doing. Should be able to get this guy. And run away if you need to, just so you could heal. We'll maturity counter this guy. And now, we're lucky enough that those 2 guys were like, ah, everybody's dead, fuck them. And they just kind of went on their merry way. Oh, this guy's kind of like running around. I don't know what his deal is. We have to kill these guys, both of them, to trigger this quest. So again, the name of the game is Patience. Where are they going? Where are they going? Are they glitched out now? Did I glitch them? Alright, that's alright. Oh shit, there's a gun bro there. Surprise! Let's come back. Ah, we triggered more guys. That's okay. We need the practice, right? And just because I want to use it, let's see if this guy will come up here, so we could use our itchy mungy. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh man. He's tanking my hits. Itchy mungy. Yeah. Ton of posture damage, half his health. I'm good with that. Again, obviously I struggled with this. This wasn't a very clean method, but once you clear those guys out, talk to this NPC. Nightjar Beacon Memo. A note on smoke signals used by the Ashina Shinobi, the Great Nightjars. Pale pink smoke signals are placed along the rooftops of Ashina Castle. These signals guide the Nightjar. The Ashina feathered flock are surely the only ones able to follow such a trail. So he talks about some smoke signals, and we can kind of see one there. And it kind of lights a path that we're supposed to take to get up top. So because that's all we needed to do there, we're going to go back to the dilapidated temple. And sure enough, the boy that we just rescued is here. And he becomes our merchant. Now he sells 2 more dragon blood droplets, sells some pellets, antidote. Like there's quite a bit of some good stuff. But most importantly, he has a gourd seed and these 2 items that we're going to get. So we need 3,000. I don't know if we have enough. We have 7, so we could get a few items from him, but we're not going to have enough just yet to get all get everything. So I won't even have enough to get the gourd seed.
Until next time.
Because the
Hey,
gourd
Dave,
seed was what?
still up?
2,000. Yep. So we'll come back to those. He talks about the Sabamaru and a 3-story pagoda. So because we're going to the Hirata Estates, we are going to get this.
Until next time.
And what that is a note. Let's see. Where is it? 3-story pagoda. That tells us some more information. It is said a precious treasure was once held within the Hirata Estates pagoda. A 3-fold tower stood upon a precipice along a slope lined with bamboo groves. Seems the treasure is related to shinobi techniques. The truth of it escapes me, but they call it blessed mist. So, in case you are looking for trying to do this on your own, or if you're looking for all the prosthetic tools, sometimes that will help. Those types of things will definitely help you out, those types of notes. So if you see those in merchants' possession, you should buy those.
Until next time.
So because we want that gourd seed, we are going to do some farming. So I'm going to cut that part out. All right, now that we're back at the dilapidated temple, talk to Emma. You should have another gourd seed to give her. I already gave it to her. And then we're going to come up here, talk to the sculptor, because we got the barrel.
A mechanical barrel. It's handed here.
What difference does the
With a versatile base such as this, I can use various purifying agents to further hone that fang of yours.
Purifying agents?
Purifying agents are materials that can be used together with the barrel. Things like Gonzo, if you finds.
All right, so now that he we gave him the barrel, now we could upgrade the prosthetic tools. So all that material that we were collecting is used to upgrade, and then of course we need some sen. So being that we are very short-handed of sen, I can't do any upgrades, but we're gonna try to keep these even keel. Each line, each row needs a specific thing to unlock, and it will take quite a while to unlock all of this. Towards the end of the game, we're gonna be able to finish this row and only 1 or 2 of these items. It'll take a new game plus to complete this prosthetic tool upgrade all the way. But that being said, you could, if you have the sen, extra stuff, you could upgrade these all you want. There isn't any specific path that I want us to follow immediately. We do have to open up at least these first 2 rows. And then we're going to stick to this bottom portion because once we get the umbrella prosthetic tool, there is an umbrella that we want because we're going to be taking on some of those apparitions. And the umbrella will help us against those.
With the mechanical, I can use.
All right. With that said, I'm going to go do some farming, and I'll be back and meet you guys at the next portion here. So there may be a weird cut. All right. Welcome back. Sorry for the weird cut. Typically, I don't like to do farming in my walkthroughs. However, just so we could get everything that we need. I highly suggest doing that. And as you can see, I only farmed that same spot that I showed you earlier by the castle gates, killing all the rats there, for about 20 minutes. And I got 7 skill points and over 2,700 sen. So we should be able to get everything that we need here. So we'll get the gourd seed, and of course, we'll get the memo. And then what I highly suggest is, get whatever you can with the rest of the money if you need it. Otherwise, I would put it into the coin purse. And we're good to go. Another idea, let me just see here, see what we could sell. If you're in the need of sen, you could sell some things. Don't worry about selling, certain items that you're not using or don't plan to use. But like for me, pellets, this one you may not want to sell because it's healing, But like I said, I have 37 in storage. You know, maybe you could sell 10 if you need a quick 100 sen, or, you know, sell what you don't need. Certain items that you never want to sell: divine grass, the Juzou statue. You only get a couple of these throughout each playthrough, and they're very, very important when you need them. These items you could also sell if you're not using them. Pacifying agent I always suggest to keep, because we will be using those throughout the game. Dousing powder I don't really use that much, so you may, any excess that you have, you may want to do that. The sugars never sell. I would never sell anyway. The balloons never sell because we need those for farming. Divine confetti never sell, but some of these other items, like ceramic shards. Now, I only, you know, I don't really use them. So let's say I'll just keep 10. Okay, now it's only 85 sen, but like I said, if you need some sen, sell them. Same thing with ash. The ash, let's see, what are we selling? I only need 10. I don't even need them just yet. We will use them later on a specific boss for a strategy, but not for a little while. Same thing here. Don't sell the oil. Don't sell your snap seeds. You could sell the bite down if you don't feel like using it, but like right off the bat there, we went from 5 cent to 220.
Until next time.
So let's see. What did we get from him? We got the Sabimaru letter, I believe, right? Yep. Memo detailing the whereabouts of a Kadashi sword, a short sword known as the Sabimaru. The ancient Kadachi Sabimaru can be found within Ashina Castle, enshrined in the bottom floor of the keep. Sabimaru was wielded in wars of old and is a national treasure of Ashina. Supposedly, the blade's poisonous blue rust could drive off even the inhuman Akami warrior women. So, some really good stuff there. Obviously, we didn't go all the way up to the keep of the Ashina Castle, but we got to go to the bottom of that keep once we're there to find this. And it has a poison ability, and it probably, the way this reads, it drives off even the Akami warrior women. Once we start facing those enemies, you'll see it's very effective. We bought that gourd seed, so let's use that now.
Goodbye.
We're good to go. And I have a few sen. It might be enough to do an upgrade. I don't know here. Let's see. Yep. So the spinning shuriken, I would suggest being your first upgrade. Okay, we're going to use that in the upcoming boss fight. If you did the firecracker, that's fine too. This, you should definitely have enough scrap iron to get that, and you only need 200 sen. So make sure you grab that. And we are good.
Time, I'll lend you shelter.
Okay. So now what happens is when we upgrade our prosthetic tool, we have our base one that we have there, and then next to it will be our upgrade. So the upgrade we're going to put on since it is better. And how this works is just like you throw a shuriken with the R2, you hold in the R2 and it causes it to spin, and it does extra damage. You know, hitting them multiple times, which is really good. Now, most important part here, okay, we should have 5 healing gourds. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do with all these skill points. So, like I said, we are going to go after the Shinobi Arts. We're going to come up here to the Shinobi Karma Body. We're going to grab those for 2. And then up here, the Breath of Life Light. So if you read this, recovers vitality upon performing a successful death blow. Death blows provide Shinobis with an opportunity to breathe. Shinobi can calm the body and mind, blah, blah, blah. So what this does is every time we perform a death blow, we'll get some health back. Okay. If you didn't farm that much, not to worry. Eventually you'll get there, but follow this path. The downside to getting that early is now it's going to take many more experience points to get to the next level. And as you can see, it went up to my next level will be 643 skill points. So every time you upgrade or get another skill level, you need more skill points to get to the next level. So just keep that in mind. Now that we have that, we are going to travel to Hirata Estates because we got the pagoda memo, and we're going to go find the pagoda first. Now, with that, I only have one of these. I don't think we really need that now that we have the ascending and descending carp. I'll explain why I thought we would need that in just a moment. But first, we're going to come up over here to the left. We're not going to worry about anybody. We're going to jump in the water. If you didn't already, you'll find a treasure carp here. Make sure you kill the treasure carp. I already did that. Unfortunately, I decided to go a different path than coming over here early, but they don't respawn, so that's why he isn't there for me. We're going to come up here. There is an item here to get. Grab that, and then through here. We have a wall jump. We're just going to jump back and forth until we get to the top. Now, very important, I mean, if you were exploring and decided to go your own path, absolutely that's fine. If you got up here early, you'll see there's a purple ninja dude up here. He is tough. And quite frankly, without those couple key items or key abilities of ascending and descending carp, he may be a little bit challenging. He's going to break your posture quick. Now, for me, he's a pretty simple fight where he does quite a bit of the same moves kind of over and over again. We're going to come up. This is supposed to teach you about your poise. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, he broke my poise, unfortunately. I was going to get him with that Makiri counter. Right there, you can Makiri counter his leg. He does a lot of poise damage. So make sure you have one of those, the ascending and descending carp. And then if you find that your posture is breaking quite a bit, use that yellow sugar. It'll stop your posture from building. And now we get our Mist Raven's feathers. Can be fitted to the shinobi tool. In Isui Forest, we heard that before. Far to the north of Ashina live many mysterious birds of prey. The Mist Raven is the only one to have eluded capture by all who have tried. Should you somehow manage it, you'll find it gone, only feathers in your grasp. This is a very cool prosthetic tool. Not used that much in our playthrough here, but you could certainly do that. Use it as much as possible. Next, we are going to... we're not going to go down there. We're going to kind of go backwards here. So, make sure you're at full health. We don't have a lot of health. We're going to just drop down here. Now, you could just go back to the idol, but... Ooh, I saved it right at the last moment. You could take a lot of damage, fall damage there, but get lucky like I did. Now, here we will be using a green... Gotcha. Sugar or invisibility. Just not at this moment. We're going to get this guy first. We're going to come up over here because obviously that was the axe guy. Stay down. We don't want to go too far up there because there's a whole bunch of guys riding around up here. So for this, we're going to do some really fun shinobi techniques. Okay, first we're going to come up and get this guy. We get like, oh, what was that? What was that? What's going on? This guy. Then we're going to come up over here. We're going to run, get this guy quickly. We're going to alert this archer. And just like that, this top area is secured. Get your oil. Sneak up behind this fool. Get some items. Nope, where is that? There we go. We're going to come up all the way over here. And death blow this guy. Now those guys shouldn't aggro you. If you do, just go run and kill them. But then we're going to jump across. Get this item. And hop down here. And it doesn't matter which guy you take out first. Both are pretty pathetic fighters. Do not rest. We just cleared the area. Got a skill point. And now we are going to come back up here. So we got everything in this section. Next, use one more sugar. We're going to sneak over this way. There are two shield bros behind this big dude from the Taro troop, but with your sugar, we shouldn't alert any of buddy just yet. Okay, target big dude. Get your axe ready. Bust this fool up. And then same thing here, get him. Okay, all items, and now we make our way into the actual Hirata Estates. Now, off to the right, you'll notice this guy. We know him.
Father.
Good old Dad.
It's you. I'm afraid I made a bit of a blunder. Perhaps the years have finally caught up with me. Don't bother tending to my wounds, no point. It's too late. Wolf, you must take this.
Alright, Hidden Temple Key. Very important that we talk to him first. Sometimes you may miss him, he kind of blends in, but secret temple located in the back of the Hirata Estates. 2. The Lord is absolute. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at all costs, right?
This is the key to the secret temple. If you'll find him. The divine air. Going through the front is not an option. You'll never get past the fire.
Yes, sir. Perhaps the cliff's just outside of here.
Yes. Return to the estate entrance. Then look for a side road along the cliffs. Take the back entrance through the cemetery. That's your way in.
Understood.
Wolf, never forget the Iron Code.
Yes.
The Master is absolute. Wolf, protect your Master.
Your life. Father dies. Some extra fire comes up out of nowhere, so we can't go back that way. There isn't much we could do besides go up here. Now, take a moment and take this all in, right? I think this is the best fire I've ever seen in a game. Usually fire looks like like shit, especially the smoke. But this looks really good to me. They did an amazing job with this. Okay, we're gonna come down here, down to the side, and grapple on over. Now you could just jump down there. They put this wall here for a reason, so I'm gonna use it. We're going to take a look around really quick. There's a dude back here. We're going to jump down here. And we're going to sneak up on this guy. Alright. Now, this is... Through that tunnel is where we really want to go, but we are going to come down here first, and there is a secret item over here. Now you could jump up here and get to this location a little bit faster by skipping all that stuff, but obviously we didn't want to do that. So if, for example, if you were... This is that bridge where we fought the shinobi hunter. You could climb up there, jump across there. You could end up jumping over here, I believe. And now you're, kind of skipped all that. But you skipped the most important part, getting the key. We have another shinobi warrior, or shinobi hunter. This guy is not a mini-boss. Now you find out that he is a regular dude. Okay, we're going to stay over here and hide, and we're gonna wait till he starts going back. So you can see him in the right side of the screen there. Hopefully you saved one last gotch and sugar, because as soon as he starts going, we're gonna kill him, and then we're gonna need that gotch and sugar. Okay. Kind of hurry up here. Make sure we get him. And we kill him up here. There is another shinobi hunter down there. And believe me, I find him to be much, much harder than the white robed guys. Okay, so we're going to stay to this path to the right. Okay, very important that we do that. Now you're going to think that, hey, there's a point where he's gonna want to attack us. Stay back here. He kind of glitches out a little bit, but because we're hidden, you could backstab him. Just stay calm. Got some sen, another balloon, and this area is secured. Since we have this sugar on, we're going to come up over here and eavesdrop. We're kind of like our open right now, but the sugar should protect us.
If anyone's gonna get out, their only choice is to use this cave. Don't let a single rat escape.
As soon as I say that, the sugar runs out.
I can't stand selfish bastards who leave everyone else behind at the first sign of danger.
Alright, so there are a couple guys here. There's a shield guy, there's an archer over here, or ranged guy. Shield guy there, axe guy there. It gets pretty busted, so we're gonna take out this archer first. And because we're far enough away, shouldn't hear us. We're gonna get this axe bro. Like I said, always go after the axe bros first. We could bust this guy's shield. And as you can see, we took a little damage, but then doing the death blow, we're able to handle that, get our health back a little bit. We triggered the guy in the cave, which is good. Which is actually what we wanted. And again, area is done. Okay, usually he's hiding right over here, but since he came out, we're able to kill him quick. And now we have one of those wall jumps. Alright, we're going to come back this way. And rest. As far as skill points go, I would save them up for a couple of these, but you could really use anything that you want. I really like Nightjar Slash. We're going to be using that coming up, so that might be the next path I would take. So it kind of does open up. The next thing eventually we want to get to is Shinobi Eyes. That does more damage to your with your Makiri counter. There's quite a bit to do yet. So, all right, rest. We're going to come out this way now. One of the most challenging areas in the game is what's going to be coming up, especially the mini boss. His area is ridiculous. So we're going to come up here, run quick, get him, and there is a bunch of guys over here. So we're going to take these guys out a little bit differently. This area does take patience. Okay. We're going to make our way over here. But until then, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that are just in this area alone. And again, you see the Axe Bro. That's the guy we're going to target. Let's go after him now, because they just turn around. And then we're going to come running back. Oh, yep. That was dumb. Don't get too close to the fire. Let's come back up here. Let's do this. Let's see if we could get these guys over here. Okay, let's get this guy. This guy saw us. We got to get him over here, so it's all right to hide a little bit. The other guys in there didn't trigger, so that's okay. Man, I can't even swing. I was trying to swing my sword. I was like stuck. All right, and those guys are done. Now we're gonna come up over here. We're gonna sneak in. There is an Axe Bro that we may not be able to backstab, so we're gonna have to fight him. I think he's not here. He comes out in just a moment. So we're gonna have to deal with this guy best we can. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Firecrackers do a little bit of damage. And done. We're going to clear this dojo area. Got some divine confetti. Make sure we're saving that. Nothing there. And we're good. Now, this is the part that I said is probably going to be the hardest area in the game up to this point, just because there is just so many guys. So many guys and a mini-boss. But we do have help. So we're not going to talk to him just yet. If we talk to this guy, that NPC there, he's going to start running in. All these guys are going to start attacking. We don't want that. We're going to take out as many guys as possible before we trigger him. And we're going to use him for the boss fight specifically. Now, with this strategy, it's not the cleanest. So we're going to do a little bit of kind of everything here. We're going to kill a couple guys, backstab them. We're going to run out. We're going to de-aggro some guys. We're going to come back and all that. Our goal, though, is to kill everybody. Even while we trigger the mini-boss, you could see him kind of up by the doorway there. And then we're going to try to kill everybody, then run away, de-aggro the mini-boss. So we'll see how this works. We're good there. So again, as you can see, we got an archer on that side behind that rock. You got a couple guys there. I mean, this gets brutal. So if it takes you quite a while, you know, just take your time. Don't run in there guns a-blazing, so to speak. I'm going to keep the axe on because there is another shield bro. But first, I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to run out there, kill the archer because he's a pain in the ass. And then I'm going to try to get a couple of these other guys best that I can. I may do the whirlwind there. Alright, and here we go. There we go. The good part is that the big fat dude, he'll try to do some techniques that that take a little bit of time. And as you can see, as we're killing these guys, we're getting our health back. So important. See, his attacks take a little bit of time. Alright, now we reset, so we're going to run all the way this way. Very important that we run this path and around, because if the drunkard follows us and we ran straight through, he may trigger that NPC, and we certainly don't want to do that. Okay, so now that we're good, area is not complete yet, but wait, where is he? Let's just stay back until the music stops. I thought we were good. Something might have triggered. So some items that we're gonna use. Number one, Ichimonji. I like using the flame vent. And we're going to put on the oil. We're going to take this off. And just in case we get poisoned, we're going to put the antidote on. He does a poison attack that's a bit of a pain. Alright, so he's not de-aggroing, or at least the music hasn't stopped, so we might have glitched something out here. Yeah, there's no way he would get us all the way out here. Or still be triggered, so let's see where he is. Oh yeah, he's back there. because I think the music just glitched out because he's not on us. It's a little annoying for now, but... Alright, so what our plan is here... We're going to come up here, we're going to sneak behind him and get a death blow. So that way we're only technically fighting him one time. After the death blow, we are going to run past him as quickly as we can, talk to the NPC. We're going to go through all of his dialogue very, very quickly so that he's going to help us. So with that, use your sugar. We're going to keep the flame vent on. We're going to come up. Death blow. And run, 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 run. He's going to hopefully not charge at us really quick. Yep, there we go. Worked perfectly. Oh, missed. I'll show you what we're gonna do. Set him on fire. And when his back is turned, we're gonna use use the Ichimonji. Oil. Fire. Couple strikes. Stand here and Ichimonji. Now this guy is a health fight, not a posture fight. And just like that, he is dead. Our guy's gonna die just because he got poisoned, but we got another prayer bead. Let's talk, hopefully.
Let go.
And then he's dead. It failed. Douchebag. Okay, so we got the prayer bead, and then we got... where is it? We got some sake. So, sake in this game is very, very interesting. So, all it does is really trigger NPCs. We give it to NPCs, and it triggers them to tell us some more. There's some dialogue. There's some story elements. Some pretty cool stuff. So, we're going to give each... There's a couple different types of sake. We're going to give each one to Emma, a couple different to the sculptor, and there's one other guy that we're going to give sake to that we have not met yet. So in this amazing dojo. So now, if you don't know much about me as a person, I am a martial artist. I've been training in Goju and Shito karate for 39 years, almost 40 years coming up. And I'll tell you right now that, like, coming in here is just like, I don't know. Something in me gets like very like excited. I want to train in this dojo. Of course, minus the bloody dead people. But, okay, like I said, we're gonna come up here, grab this guy. He wasn't an axe bro. Thought he was for a moment, but he is not. We're gonna kill those two guys now. Over here is a idol, but we're not going to get that yet. We have some items in here. And I love that it's just quiet. You know, not much going on. Very soft. Just me breaking some shit. Got more oil. And now we have our first secret. Our first secret wall. So just hug the wall. And now we got some really good stuff. Coin purse. Balloon. More divine confetti, which we're going to need. And lastly, a treasure chest. Prayer bead. So we have 5 prayer beads. Only need 4 to increase our stats, so we're going to do that at the idol. Now coming back here. We're going to go through here and talk to this lady. And she may seem familiar.
I saw a dreadful vision. It was pouring out more and more. It wouldn't stop. Wouldn't stop. The young master. The young master is deep in the mansion. My son, Inosuke, went to rescue him. So he's probably fine, but you never know. The young master might need you, rogue shinobi. Go to him, will you?
So, this is Inosuke's mother that gave us the bell to come here.
The young master, rogue shinobi.
Which is pretty cool. She talks about Inosuke. He went to help the young master. Now, a couple things we need to do. Number one, let's enhance our vitality. So increases our vitality and posture. So second prayer necklace. In Ashina, there is a towering pink ogre of a man said to have gone red-eyed and run amok before he was long shut away in a forsaken dungeon. So I wonder if that's the chained ogre. So our vitality went up, posture 12, attack power 2. We have 2 skills we can use. And I said we're going to go with our nightjar. Mid-air prosthetic is good too. But for me, I like the nightjar. Next, we're going to work to projected force. This is pretty good as well. And then saving up for those a little bit later on. So making some good progress here. Now, you have a decision to make. We are close to a skill point. So if you're about where I am, go farm. You could go out now and kill these guys, kill a bunch of guys. Get that skill point, so that's locked in. You also have 1,100 sen or more if you're following me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to travel back to the dilapidated temple. I'm going to buy those sen coin purses to save my money. Okay, so we're going to come over here.
Hey there, still.
Should have a coin purse or 2. There we go. So that saves us. That locks us in there, which is what we want.
Until next.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I don't think we had that. And let's see. Can we upgrade anything? I mean, I do have those coin purses, of course. Let's fit the prosthetic tool. Get the Mist Raven, and I'll show you how to use that in just a moment. Upgrade. So we could do the axe or spring-loaded firecracker. Let's use the spring-loaded. We'll give him a drink in just a moment. We're going to find out some information about him. But let's see, that is... How many is heavy? That should be plenty.
You need...
Okay, that'll unlock the spring-loaded flame vent, spring-loaded axe. And an aged feather we don't have enough for. So you can see we're coming along here nicely. So we don't have enough for that. We do have enough for this, though. We just need... Let's do it. Since we're here, this is why we have our sen. We just need 100.
You need...
And upgrade here. Perfect. So these are unlocked, these are locked, and this is locked because we do not have those specific tools just yet. So now let's give them a drink.
I brought some sake.
Don't mind if I do.
Is it not to your liking?
No, it's damn good. But it does make my old wounds ache.
Your left arm?
Yes, and this sake was a favorite of the man who cut it off.
Who was?
Lord Ishin.
Ishin? Why?
He did it for my sake.
Did it for my sake.
I was on the verge of being consumed.
Consumed by what?
Shura. Well, whether you believe me or not, that's for you to decide. But you do well to beware Shura's shadow.
So, some really good stuff there. So we know that he and Ishin were friends of some kind, maybe trained together. Ishin cut his arm off because of Shura. Not sure exactly what that is just yet, but he warned us against Shura. Interesting stuff. So, very good. Now we are going to head back and fight the next boss. For me, I'm not worried about the skill point, the extra skill point. Even if I die, I'm not too worried about it. But of course, if you are, make sure you lock in your skill point or use it. Now, for this boss, obviously there are spoilers, tons of spoilers. I'm going to show you some things here with the Nightjar Slash that I like. This fight, make sure you have the spinning shuriken. Don't really need any of those on. And then lastly, we need our Snapseed. So we have, if you followed this guide, we have 5 by now. You should have kept those. Should have 5 heals, which is plenty for this fight. And we have plenty of our pellets. The other thing I like to put on for the second portion of the fight is our sugar to do a little bit more damage. But these couple are pretty important. Now with the Nightjar, just so you can see this. It's this, let's do it in the dojo. We're gonna do some training in the dojo. So what I love about this is if you look at the lines here. So I'm on this line. Let me back up so you can see exactly how far. Look how far I travel, right? And then here's a normal swing. So it's more than double the distance. We close the gap with an attack, right? That's really important, especially for enemies that like to, recover their posture. They back away really quick, and we want to keep the pressure on. That's why I like this attack, very much so. And then lastly, to show you, I don't think I could do the Miss Raven without being attacked. I'll show you the Miss Raven here, maybe on one of these guys here. So let's get this guy. Oh no. So you can see like you pray a little bit. I should have done the other guy because this guy could only... Oh, there he goes. Here we go. So it's kind of hard to see, but I didn't take any damage from that. And this weapon is very good, or this prosthetic tool is very good to, as you're taking a hit, you could vanish, go behind them and attack them or do something else. And as we upgrade this, there's a lot of cool stuff that you could do with the Miss Raven. But what makes it challenging is that you have to take a hit as you're using it. You won't take damage, but the hit has to obviously attack you. So, could be a little challenging. With that, we are gonna come up here. There's yep, Archer comes out. So apparently he's the guy that busted up Inosuke here. And remember we saw Inosuke having his eyes covered? Well, look at his eyes, all bloody.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Dreadful illusion techniques. Without a snap seed, it cannot be overcome. Take that. It's not much, but it...
Okay, we got some snap seeds. You get one extra one from him, so we should have 6. Now, if you missed Owl for some reason, or Father Owl, right, in the beginning there of Hirata Estates, you will not be able to get past this door. He gives you the key. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to try to let this fight go a little bit longer, just so you could see a lot of her moves, but I could end up clapping her pretty quick. We're pretty much at the, with our skills and our level, our prosthetic tools, we have everything we need to really beat her pretty quickly. So I'll do my best to showcase her movements.
Father? Mother? The butterflies. Everyone is gone.
My lord. Illusion technique.
It's been a long time, son of Owl.
I need Butterfly. Leave us.
Who are...
Do what must be done.
Yes.
Now then, son of Owl, shall we dance?
Now the key to this fight is staying aggressive. So what this is talking about, this menu, is vitality and posture. So posture gauge fills up, obviously, but the more health you take off of a boss, the slower their posture gauge recovers. So you kind of play a game. You attack a little bit, build their posture, attack a little bit. So we want to bring her vitality down enough that her posture isn't recovering so quickly. So this talks about step dodging and counter attacks. Don't focus on the step dodge. Focus on your perfect deflections and finding this rhythm. You'll find a rhythm with her fight as long as you stay aggressive, which I'll do my best to showcase here. But like I said, you just want to go in there and get aggressive until you hear that clang that she deflects you. You need to deflect her. Now, when she jumps up like that, that's when we use our shurikens. She'll jump past you. It kind of knocks her out of the air. If she jumps around, it's not a big deal. Double perfect. Look at her posture going up. I forgot. That one is a slice. You want to jump. So her posture, you can see, it is going up slowly, but I'm trying to, I could have finished her off in the first phase here, but I want to show her what she's doing. Deflect. As soon as you hear that clang of her deflection, you need to deflect. Right there. 2, that's her first phase. There isn't much more that she does in that phase other than those things that I showed you. Now, this is where... Oop, I used double. We need the snap seed. We're going to use our attack, and then we're just going to go after it. Go after it as fast as you can. Use... Oh. Don't worry about those butterflies. Alright. Good. She brought in the illusions. We want to get close to the center. Use the snap seed. We're going to get rid of the illusions. Many of them are done. If you need to heal, hide behind these posts. Where is she? There she is. Now let's get aggressive again. One, two. One, two, block. Oop, missed it. 1, 2, 3. Get that. She's a little bit fast for me today. Okay, we'll get her off of there. Showcase her a little bit more. So those butterflies are just going to do damage. Get her out of the air. There's my chasing slice. And she's back to the illusions. So like I said, run in the middle. Try to get as many as you can. They should be gone. If you don't, he will. You'll do another snap up in the air, and what that ends up doing... what that ends up doing is turning all the illusions into butterflies, and they attack you and do a ton of damage. One way to get around that is to run around the pillars. Alright, let's end this fight here. And she's done. Make sure you double tap that death blow to finish her off. And we got her memory. The Phantom Lady Butterfly was a seasoned practitioner of illusions. Sakura Droplet. So we can't use this just yet, but increases resurrective power, allowing 1 additional resurrection to repeat the vows of the Undying and be awarded resurrection power. Once more surely necessitates the aid of the Divine Child of the Dragon's Heritage. So that'll give us another node down on the bottom left. So we'll have 3 circles of resurrective power, but it still only means we could resurrect twice. And I'll explain that in a bit.
Cannot throw away such loyalty. Loyal wolf, take my blood and live again.
And now that we're back, we have 2 skill points. We are done with Hirata Estates.
It appears as though your old memories have been a...
Yes.
I won't say any more, and neither should. All that you saw was your...
Sculptor, what did that Buddha show you?
Were you listening?
Tell me. Flames.
That is all I can see. It doesn't matter what offering I make. Flames, spreading as far as the eye can see, and consuming Ashina.
That's...
We're done here. Another time,
All right, so he talks about what the Buddha showed him, a lot of flames. He talked earlier about Shura, so there may be a connection there.
I'm glad you've...
I don't believe we have any gourd seed. Okay, so we're good. Good with her. Now let's rest. Okay, and like always, we will need to use the memory. So here's the butterfly memory. The Phantom Lady Butterfly was appointed by the wolf's foster father as one of his mentors in shinobi techniques. These mentors employed strict methods. The cultivation of shinobi techniques can only be achieved in the midst of battle. So now we have attack power 3, vitality 12. So really quick, what I want to talk about, even though right now we don't have it set up, we only have the 2 nodes of resurrective power on the bottom left. We will get a third one eventually. Now, with that third one, all that does, look at those, the circles in the bottom left above our health, and they're completely pink, they're completely filled in. What you want to look at those as are kind of like reservoirs of resurrection power. So when you die, one of those, when you die and resurrect, one of those disappears, right? And that's the resurrective power. The other one becomes a kind of a reservoir. So one of them fills up when you rest, specifically, and then the other fills up as you complete death blows. Now there will be a third one that we have so that we do have resurrective power. So for example, if you rest and you have one of them filled, the other one that you didn't complete enough death blows isn't filled, but then the third one is filled. Now you could still resurrect normally like nothing happened. But if all of them are not filled in and you die, then that's a complete death, okay? Or a true death. All right, with that said, we are going to wrap up here. I appreciate you watching this part of the walkthrough. There was a lot that we got done, but we finished with Lady Butterfly, and then we're going to continue on in the next episode towards the castle. And I'll see you on the next one.